Donkey Kong Bananza might not look like it on the surface, but the further you get into the game, the more it feels like that sequel to Super Mario Odyssey that everyone always wanted but never got. It's more than just the idea that you spend the game collecting hundreds of Banandium gems, many of which are optional, much in the same way you collect hundreds of mostly optional Power Moons in Odyssey. And you can even look past the parts where they have the same number of levels, progression through those levels, similar movesets, and even a weird-ass racing level. Donkey Kong Bananza and Super Mario Odyssey share DNA going all the way back to Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, with roots in the same development team through Mario Galaxy, Mario Galaxy 2, Mario 3D Land, 3D World, and Bowser's Fury. The foundation of some of the best 3D Mario games ever made is on the broad shoulders of Donkey Kong, and now Donkey Kong Bananza brings the same delicious recipe to the table while adding enough fresh banana-flavored magic to the dish that it tastes like something brand new. What makes Donkey Kong Bananza truly unique among its predecessors and practically any other puzzle platformer collectathon I can remember is that you can wield DK's mighty gorilla fist to punch your way through almost any terrain in the game. In a move reminiscent of the Red Faction franchise, you can make your way down into the ground, through mountains, and up out of caves at will simply by bashing your way through rock and soil. From the very moment you take control, you're able and encouraged to do this to harvest from the soil insane amounts of gold, Banandium chips, and randomly spawning treasure chests, as well as carve your way to the strongest addiction of your monkey brain, bananas, or more specifically gigantic Banandium gems that you bash open and ravenously consume. Unlike Odyssey, however, this primary collectible isn't just a counter that leads you from one level to the next. After collecting 5, you'll gain an upgrade point that you can use to enhance your health, digging power, and even the sonar clap ability that helps you find your way to hidden secrets under the surface and collect the shitload of collectible junk that you generate just by being a maniac annihilating everything within your reach. As you become familiar with your ground-pounding powers, the story kicks off when Void Kong suddenly sends your mining town plummeting into a massive hole. As you begin your first of many dives into seemingly bottomless pits, you'll emerge in a new world full of routes to unlock, quests to complete, bananas to mine, and ultimately bosses to fight. But before you get to any of that, you'll stumble onto a strange little rock creature that, if you watched any of the trailers or saw the cover of the game you bought, you were already spoiled with the knowledge that this is actually a child-sized version of Mario Odyssey's singing mare, Pauline. Even before you fully embrace a quest of child endangerment, this purple pebble will cling to your back and use its wavering voice to crack open special areas sealed by Void Kong's magical bullshit. With this miraculous vocal unlocking ability, you'll be able to make your way into new areas and freely turn unbreakable terrain into just another target to be consumed by your mighty fisting. And after beating each main boss of the area, it will poop out a key that will let you bust through Void Kong's final inhibiting wall and once again dive deeper into the planet to discover another brand new world. Many of these unique worlds are host to a specific species of anthropomorphic animal creatures, at least the ones that aren't run by sentient rock creatures that you can rip apart with your bare hands for your entertainment. These animals are all led by gigantic half-sleeping kings that also happen to be DJs, and when you return their ancient records, they'll start a crazy dance party for you and Pauline. One that your shy door-opening child will refuse to sing for each time until you smash the shit out of your own chest and give her the motivation she needs to belt out a creature-specific song. This will result in you unlocking one of the 5 animal-based Bananza powers that you can charge up and unleash at any time, giving you special abilities like breaking through tougher materials, running fast, gliding, jumping high, or absolutely annihilating terrain by sucking it into your body. And you'll need to use all of these to solve specific puzzles and beat certain bosses, or just whenever you want to engineer a shortcut with significantly less effort, and you'll also be able to use these Banandium gem upgrades to make them even more overpowered. Also, you can continue your journey to the center of the earth with the goal of meeting some sort of banana-shaped deity that grants the wishes you need to get back to the surface. Donkey Kong Bananza, the magic of Mario, the wrecking of Red Faction, and all the bananas you can possibly fit inside of your body. When I saw the original trailers and videos for this game, not much of it appealed to me. Only after watching some real gameplay did I get a sense that it was more than just a collectathon with a gimmick. But I wasn't entirely convinced I'd enjoy it until I really started playing the game and I was sucked into the satisfaction of smashing my way through 3D space underground. The very core of Bananza's mechanics are built around the rewarding nature of tunneling your way into secret locations, discovering Banandium gems, chests, fountains of gold, fossils, and new pieces of gameplay in the form of gateways to puzzles and challenges. Much like Mario Odyssey, the bulk of the gameplay is truly optional. Yet these areas are so well designed and feature some of the most challenging aspects of the gameplay that diving into them becomes addictive. Eventually, I just had to stop myself from doing it because I'd spent so much time that I felt like I was never going to finish the game. However, the nature of exploring the open world of each level pays off not just in the psychological boost of making numbers go up, even though there are numerous layers of that in the game, it also rewards you with more tangible things. You can spend your gold unlocking the getaways you discover that fractones carve into hillsides, giving you a place to heal, gain bonus health, and listen to any records you collected. You'll also be able to use the many other items you dredged up, like fossils, to unlock the variety of outfits and skins for DK and Pauline. And again, in an improvement over Odyssey, these each have distinct strengths and upgrades that will aid you in various levels. The feedback loop of positive reinforcement that results from practically every action makes Bananza incredibly difficult to put down once you dig into it. But it's not quite a perfect experience. It has all the camera shortcomings you'd expect from a game that has you repeatedly transitioning in and out of the ground at high speed. You'll have plenty of moments where you can't even see DK or what's happening on the screen. And that isn't helped by the sometimes pretty significant frame rate drops that happen when too much is exploding on the screen. That's something I had hoped that the Switch 2 would move past, where the original Switch failed in several games, but consistent performance is still not guaranteed. But the only gameplay-related issue that disappointed me is that it kind of hits you with one of those endings that keeps feeling like it's over, but it never is. I don't mind the length of the game, and nothing about these extra parts were poorly crafted. I just don't think it was all necessary to make the ending feel complete. Yet none of this was enough to take away from the excellence of the game. The worlds you visit are rich and colorful, with seemingly every inch finding a new way to be compelling. The moves and abilities you can use and unlock are easy to pick up, but still have a high skill ceiling where they can be chained together for some incredible traversals. The mechanics of movement and terrain destruction are integrated into the gameplay in new ways with every level that are unique but always recognizable, so it never slows down. Then the soundtrack ties it all together with jam after jam, to the point where it seems like they weren't even aware all of these songs were going to be for just one game. Nintendo might seem like it's dropping the ball with all these nasty price hikes and shitty practices of remotely bricking systems, but even that won't stop Donkey Kong Bananza from getting the abbreviated score of good. And if you'd like to see more hot takes, warm satire, and tepid commentary about video games, grab a banana with Mega supporter Adam Mutke, like this video, and check out more Abbreviated Reviews.